All right. I guess it worked.
Yay! We're here.
All right. So we played the intro. That's all for tonight, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, welcome.
26.
I see Derek's here. Yeah, 26. It's already. How has it been 26 already?
Crazy.
I have no idea. No idea.
Yeah. It'll go even faster now that we got rid of Greg. That guy, I mean, weeks we've been trying to get rid of him. He just doesn't take a hint. But it's my StreamYard we use. So what's that guy?
Unless he decides to go fishing, just like, fuck them guys, I'm out of here.
Yeah. I don't think he's liking the fishing he's doing now. Let's see, who do we got here? Derek's here. Kelly's here. Chaos is here. Hey, what's up, Chaos? Good to see you.
Hey, Chaos. Hey, Derek. Hey, Kelly.
Good to see you. But yeah, in case anyone's not guessing, we can't go without mentioning Greg isn't able to be here. He didn't go fishing on us this time, but yeah, he's got something that took him where he can't participate tonight, so he will be missed. But we do have his video for the pinball tournament, so don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
Nice.
So, but so what do you guys got going on? You had a busy week? Poe, you been busy?
Yeah. What did I do this week? That worked. That sucked, huh? I did play. I remembered at the beginning of the week to play in the tournament, and then after that I forgot. And that was actually a fun table. I meant to get back to it, and I didn't. I wish I would have, because I wanted to score a little bit better on that one. But I love that Telltale game, and that table's fun too. So wish I would have got back to that.
That's a clue.
Greg's giving hints.
That's a clue.
Yeah, some of us know exactly what's going on. But yeah, that was a fun table. That I thought I was doing pretty good for a while there, and then I ended up back in the bottom half of the pack where we like to settle. But,
yeah, I didn't get to go back and check again, so I'll have to be updated here with everybody else.
Yeah. Greg did his video for it, so we'll play that and see what he goes over there, and then I have the spreadsheet here that we can go over as far as the overall standings in the tournament. But we'll get to that in a little bit, I guess. Mike, what'd you do this week? You have anything exciting happening?
Yeah. I got to play. I know, like, Poe picked it up too. I got Super Mario Wonder, so I've been playing a lot of that. And one of the things I was kind of just weird. I don't know how far you got on it, Poe, but I was like playing. I'm like, oh, cool. There's the flower power. They can use the fireballs. I'm like, oh, cool. That made a return. And I was using Daisy on it just because. And then and then I tried the elephant, and that was pretty interesting on it. But so far, only 2 characters I was able to unlock. I heard there's more, but I haven't seen any when I was playing the game. So, and then I was kind of thinking too, like if you use like Daisy or Peach, you can do that floating ability. No, they don't have that floating ability, but all of them have the hat floating thing.
Yeah.
Did you get to try? Yeah, where you kind of glide with your hat.
Yeah, we didn't get real far because it's one of those things that's a tradition for me to play it with both of my kids. Well, with them working now, it was like, well, we had to wait for my son to get home. And then we had to wait for my daughter to get home. But then my daughter had to get up early for work on Saturday. So it was like, we got to play, but it was only real quick. It sucked, my daughter was counting down. Okay, guys, 15 more minutes, and then that's it. So then that was Friday night, and that was it. We didn't get to play Saturday or today. They both worked today too. So
yeah.
And my daughter was gone all day yesterday. So I'm hoping tonight I don't have to get up in the morning, but my daughter does. My boy doesn't go to work till tomorrow afternoon, but he doesn't get done until 9 o'clock tonight with work, and then they're going to the gym. So I don't know if we'll play tonight or not.
Nice. Yeah. It's scheduling gets harder when kids grow up and turn into people instead of just little kids. You can say, hey, we're playing tomorrow.
I'm thinking for my channel, I did want to play a little bit for my channel, but I might just redo the stages we did together by myself for the channel just to show it a little bit. But
yeah,
it is a fun game. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
the only thing I kind of disagreed with, I saw a lot of people post that it's supposed to be a game that's like it's in the same level Super Mario World, which for me that's just my opinion. I didn't feel it was. I felt it's a good game, but Super Mario World was really special. You could ride Yoshi, had the cape, all the different outfits you can wear. This one so far, like I said, just like only 2 power ups I able to find, and then of course you probably found, what was it, the flower that kind of makes you go into psychedelic trance, like you're watching a Doors video or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all trippy and stuff. Like, oh, okay. But yeah, so far so good. I like it, but I wouldn't call it like the same level Super Mario World. I mean, it is
Right,
good,
no.
but
Well, Mike, not every game can be Logger, so
yeah,
you're gonna be disappointed.
oh,
Hello. How are you doing, David?
Hi, David.
Good to see you. I mentioned the Logger because it's funny. I did that video, and thanks Poe for getting me that donkey. What do they call it? Is it Donkey Me, Donkey Me?
That's what whenever I introduced it, I think I said the same thing as you. Donkey Me, Donkey Me. I don't know.
Yeah, but I did that video, and I think Randy Savage, Retro Man Randy Savage, made a Logger reference on there. Logger, just the game that never dies. But yeah, again, thanks, Poe, because I still couldn't find that anywhere.
And I don't know why I didn't think of that in the first place. It was like that night I was like, that's it, I'm done. Maybe I'll hand deliver this. I'll drive down and hand it to Bart. I don't know what else to do. And then I'm like, why don't I just put it on our Discord? How freaking easy was that to do?
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
But that is a fun little game. Yeah, it's only the barrel level, the first level of Donkey Kong basically, but they vary it up enough, and by the time you get to like the third or fourth screen, and they're putting those gaps in there, and and like you said, if you pause for even a second, it gets hectic. They're continuing to drop stuff, and it's like you got to get up there quickly, or you ain't getting up there.
Yeah, you don't just have a barrel coming at you. You have guys coming at you too that just stay on that level. They keep walking over to you, and
and every level changes up a little bit. So I got a kick out of doing the Rambo one because it's First Blood, and then you start the next one. It's clearly the Rambo, the second one, and then I'm like, "Oh, is the next one we're going to be in Afghanistan?" Sure enough, there you are. It's like, yeah, it's pretty. It's a pretty neat little mod. So I'm having a lot of fun with that. So. But yeah, David's got all kinds of stuff on his channel apparently.
Oh, I see Polo's gone on here, and
Polo made it in. Good to see you, Polo.
Gaming. Okay. Hey, Polo.
Yeah, what's he saying? Bagman is in the PAX R Us now.
Oh, cool. Oh,
nice. Yeah, I get so far behind on that PAX R Us Discord. And then it takes me forever to figure out where I left off, and what am I missing, and what am I not missing.
Yeah, I still want to get the working Bucky O'Hare off of there and Bionic Commando, and that was weeks ago they put it on there. I keep meaning to go back on and grab them, but I haven't yet. So,
nice.
Yeah. Retro Player One Gaming.
Hey, arcade for life. Agreed.
Yeah. Look at Chaos. He's big time now. Big time. Super famous. Friday the 13th, Jason Goes to Hell short video hit 2,040 views.
Oh, nice. Worldwide.
Pretty soon you get a bread contract. But, yeah, and just to follow up, touch up on the, we were talking about playing that. Anyone that doesn't know, we're talking about playing that Donkey Me on the iArcade, and yeah, we're next month. You should start shipping out those Glenn's decks. So
yeah, maybe I should be able to play some of those 4-way ones a little bit better now. And yeah, that donkey. I mean, I haven't even come to think of it put out an actual video yet. I put out the one on here, and I'm going to have to do that this week after one of my doctor's appointments. Maybe. I really love the Gremlins one. Well, I've told you that about 15,000 times. So maybe I'll do the Gremlins one for my channel.
Yeah. It is a lot easier with that 4-way. I have that restrictor thing I can clip in, and I was looking to see. It's not a spoiler, I guess, because I can't find the file because I had to modify it heavily to get it. The one I downloaded didn't quite work, and I modified it, and of course I put OGA on it. I was going to print one off for you and mail it to you, but I can't find the file now to print it. And by the time I find the stinking thing and mail it to you, you'll have Glenn's deck installed.
Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting close.
But
November's going to be
if I can find it and modify it, I might do one anyway and just change the OGA to Poe or something, send it to you just for the hell of it. But you'll never need it. So, but yeah.
Well, I'll find a way to wear it.
Put it on your nipple or something. Stretch Armstrong style. But I'm trying to catch up with the chat at the same time. I can't read and think and talk at the same time.
Right.
Do we want to talk about the pinball tournament first, or do you guys want to roll into your stuff first?
Yeah, we can do pinball. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, pinball's fine. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, since we got some people, I guess, may come to the show just for the pinball stuff, and they don't want to hear
Why?
it anyway. I don't know. They're stuck hearing us to begin with. So we just let's see. Oh, Chaos is talking about. Oh, okay, no. So Chaos is talking about this. Got this Halloween Massacre.
Oh, nice.
It's got a whole article about all the people the night Evil came home and all that stuff.
Oh, cool.
Kelly ordered that. I got it. I stuck it up here, and now I won't be able to put it back. So when we hear the crash later, it's your fault, Chaos. But
yeah, that's funny. You got that. I just got my copy of Halloween, the 4K version, and I never watched the first movie. I think I seen the third one was the first one I've ever watched, and then I think the next film after that was Halloween 2. So I was like, I really need to watch the original. But yeah, I just saw that like, hey, I just picked up Halloween to watch. Just like Jaws, I never seen the original Jaws. I had to go buy that too, and that was a great movie.
Nice. Wow.
Yeah. That Kittner kid didn't think it was such a great movie.
Yeah.
Oh.
What? And still my boy is dead.
Smack, smack.
That is not necessarily the scene where she slaps him and all that, but that is one of the things I think is the most badass part of Jaws is the fact that, you know, they always say, yeah, you can do whatever you want. You just don't kill animals and kids. And he's like, fuck it, I'm doing them both. Right? Pip it. The dog's gone, and then the kid gets mauled. Yep. It's like, yeah.
Then you have obvious dude that's in the little boat there. And, hey, you kids all right over there? You boys all right? You know, that dude's getting eaten. He's freaking done.
When did that movie come out? 1970.
In the 70s.
75?
Yeah, so I remember when I was 6 years old and I was watching it in the theater, and I said, this Spielberg, he's going somewhere. I predicted it just based on the Kittner boy's death. Like, no, I never, obviously I didn't watch it when I was 6, but because I wasn't permitted to see those types of movies. But I did sneak into, there it is. I think I told the story before. I snuck into the King Kong movie, the 19, that was 76 too, wasn't it? Around there with the, oh Jesus, what's her name that played
Yeah, her. I remember her.
I snuck into that. My mom dropped me off to watch the Herbie the Love Bug movie, and she just dropped me off. So I went in, and then I was like, I'm going to Theater 7 where they're playing King Kong, and Yeah.
Well, we went to see Jaws 3D, and what year was that? I know I wasn't old enough to go see that
It's
one.
like an 80s film, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I went to see it with my 2 older brothers and my older sister, and I remember wearing the 3D glasses and seeing the severed arm float out of you, and I thought that was freaking awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. So, look at Kelly. She told my mom that story that I snuck in to see King Kong. It's like, I can't tell Kelly anything. She, I'm not quite as tall as you, Poe, but I'm over 6 feet tall. Kelly's 5 feet tall. My mom's 5'2". So they just have this short people bonding where they throw me under the bus. And I'm like, hey, unlike you two, I can't stand up while I'm under a bus. So, but yeah, she totally narked me out. Freaking. But, yeah. Anyway, now that we went off on a tangent, let me see if I can't find. I'm going to go in full on Greg mode. And now that I've teased it twice, now I'll start looking for the video. So we'll go ahead and play Greg's video for this week's.
Hopefully, it's not a live feed to Greg right now.
Yeah, we'll hope not. It looks like it's only 27 minutes long. So we'll see you guys in a minute. Now, here we go. G.Parker's little pinball tournament video at the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, everybody, week 3 has ended. The Walking Dead. I rather enjoyed this one. At one point, I had a 3rd place position, but I got knocked out of that pretty quick. Balls of Slapping, number 1. Mr. Livewire, number 2. Arizona Cowboy 1, number 3. Classic Rock, number 4. G.Parker, a 5th place finish, followed by Hollywood Polo. Alfred Arcade, and is number 7. Gregory, number 8. And if you're Gregory, speak up and let us know who you are so we can, well, it doesn't really matter unless you place and you want ready to move on. And number 9, Mrs. OGA. Number 10, Mike CB. Number 11, Mr. Poestyle. 12, Pixelatorium. And Arcade Chaos in 13. So there you go. There is making sure I got this right, week 3. So let's get out of this and let's go over and create our tournament for this week.
Create tournament.
And it is going to be Dr. Dude. Not necessarily one of my favorites, but I don't know, it's got some cool, it's a tough game. Dr. Dude. It's going to run for 5 days. Private tournament. Rule is it's going to be play attempts on, play attempts. We're going to be 5 balls, 5 attempts. Number of balls, 5 balls. Play attempt. Whoop, passed it up. Okay, 5 days, private tournament, classic. Extra balls are enabled, but it's 5 balls, 5 attempts. Let's create and play. Password again, as always, is G.Parker. Let's get this thing going. Yes, I'm sure I want to create this tournament with these settings. Why would it ask me that? Okay, here we go. I'll get my first attempt out of the way here on Dr. Dude. 5 balls, 5 attempts. This should be interesting. Just thought we'd mix it up a little bit. We did the 1 week that was survival. Yeah, if I remember right, I don't think there's any ball saves in this game.
Hey, how you doing? Bonjour.
Nope, there's ball 2 out. Told you I wasn't very good at this one. Okay, you want to see how I did? Get in the tournament. Back to the show.
Bye, Greg.
Thanks for stopping by, old timer. Dr. Dude, have you guys played that table before?
I don't even know if I have that. I thought I had all the tables, but that doesn't look familiar to me at all.
I think I tried it. Yeah.
Yeah. It is
familiar.
It is not an easy table, like a lot of Williams tables. It can be difficult. It's got some cool call outs and stuff. It's pretty fun, but it's not easy. So Greg's showing there was pretty indicative of my normal game. And we only got 5 attempts this time, so it's not just hammered out till you get a good game. So might have some low scores. May want to get some practice games in before. I'm always scared to do practice games because I'll do a practice game and get 187 million, then I'll get in the tournament and get 14 points. It's like, what just happened? But it's an interesting game. But
I wanted to welcome a new viewer, Salty Armies Legion. He joined the chat.
Yeah.
No, nice. Welcome.
And I tried to pop him up there, and of course that Retro Player One Gaming. I hadn't seen him before. Black Knight, Haunted House. Yeah, those are really good tables. I like both of those tables.
Oh yeah, Black Knight.
But
that one's a good one.
Before we get too far off topic, though, I want to go ahead. I got the spreadsheet pulled up here to see where the standings are, because there was a little bit of shakeup in this one. Because Balls is slapping. Congratulations on the big win, and he won handily. Pretty good score, 176 million.
Nice.
Second place was Livewire with 106 million. So,
congrats, Livewire.
Yeah. Balls of slapping put a hurting on all of us, but Livewire is still in first place right now in the tournament overall with 9 total points. Because he has a first, a second, and a third out of the 3 weeks. So that's you're gonna be up there if you place every time. Classic Rock King and Balls of Slapping are tied with 8 points. Cowboy 01, AZ Cowboy 1, he's got 4 points. And then there's a bunch of us that have played all 3 weeks. Derek, me, Polo, Poe, Kelly, Greg, Chaos. I don't know how it chooses the order. We all have 3 points. Mike, you missed the first week, I think, didn't you? So you only have 2 points.
Yeah, I missed the first week.
Tony's Jogren. Haven't seen you in a couple weeks, buddy. I don't know if you're watching the show live or if you watch it on the replay, but you missed the last 2 weeks. He still has 2 points, though, because he came in third the first week. So he has 2 points. Mike has 2 points. GTH 2370. And the new Gregory that's been playing. Gregory, if you're in the chat, say hello to us. We'd like to talk to you. And then Greg's wife, Cheryl, and Linda, who played last week. She was a new player. Both have 1. So that's where we're sitting. So, it's looking pretty good. The top, there's some battling going on. We got 9 points and 2 people with 8 points. So, things are moving around up top. Greg, like he said in the video, he was sitting third at one point, and then he made the mistake of posting in our little chat, being all like, "Hey, look at me, I'm in third place," and like an hour later, he's in 5th. But that's how it works. Yeah, look, Derek says Mike's a sleeper. He'll swoop in and get the top soon enough. Yeah, Mike is. He'll hit that one game. All of a sudden, we'll be like, "Yeah, see, he's been holding out."
Derek, I mean, you were right. I was actually, when I was playing that game, I was kind of tired, and I did fall asleep when I was playing. Like, oops.
I've
Retro
been there.
Player One Gaming. His wife is the pinball wizard. Get her in the tournament. Get in our tournament. It's not too late. If you've never, anyone that's watching that's new and doesn't know, we run this tournament for 10 weeks. The winner every week gets 4 points. Second place gets 3. Third place gets 2. Everyone else gets 1 point. And at the end of the season, generally it's anyone with 10 points or more will make it to the playoffs, other than myself and Greg and our wives, because we set the thing up so we don't go into the playoffs. And so all it takes, even if you haven't played a couple weeks, if you place in one of them, you're going to get up there. And depending on how the math works, if we got a couple people that have 9 points, they're probably going to make the tournament also if they play most of the week. So, yeah, try to get in this tournament. It's Pinball FX3. The tournaments are set up on Steam, so you can join them from any platform. Just do a search. If you don't see it, do a search for created by G.Parker. And then the password is G.Parker also. We have a playoff system at the end, and the winner gets a mighty fine trophy and usually some kind of little prize. Balls of Slapping is working way back to the top. He won Greg's first two times he did these 10-week tournaments. Balls of Slapping won, and then last tournament it came down to him and Champagne Room for the final, and Champagne Room pulled it out. So that's you, right, Bill? Balls of Slapping. So yeah, we could do a Zachary pinball tournament. I don't know how many people have it. We've been doing Pinball FX3 because it seems like most people have that. A lot of people have a lot of tables on Pinball FX3. Eventually, Pinball FX will maybe take over, but you start getting into, like VPX and stuff, then everybody has random tables instead of here's a set of tables that everybody's has. You never know, but we do those side tournaments on the Discord. So at any time, you're welcome to go into our Discord pinball chat, and there's a side tournaments, and just start one on your own. Play one of those Zaccaria tables and say, hey, I'm throwing this out here. I got 57 million on Spooky. Beat that, bitches. And then and then we'll all jump in on it. But yeah. So yep, Bill says, yes, sir. That's Balls of Slapping himself right there. So all you new people, you should feel honored. You are here with Balls of Slapping. How better way to spend a Sunday evening than chatting with Balls of Slapping? So yeah, send them on over. These tournaments are fun. We're planning on doing a couple of them a year. They go 10 weeks and then a few weeks for the playoffs. It's a good time. So, all right. I think that's about all I needed to say about the tournament, though. It's looking good, though. We got some good players out there. And welcome into the room, that 80s room. Good to see you. Good to see you. So, all right. So what do we want to do here? Poe, you got a video, and Mike, you got a video.
Yeah, it's that time of year. Halloween is here. Halloween by Wizard on the Atari 2600 was one of those games. These guys created it. The guys that came from the company Apollo went and created Wizard. They made Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Halloween. And then they went bankrupt because the game sold terribly. Parents were outraged by this game. Old Poe will play it tonight for you right here. Unfortunately, the sound card mix with that microphone's terrible. I don't think I'll ever record that way again. But this video here, Old Poe does the intro. You'll hear him fine there. You'll hear him on the outro. He's a little hard to hear during the video gameplay. But if you want to roll the video, it's Old Poe playing Halloween 1983 on the Atari 2600.
Nice.
All right. Here we go.
I'm going to play a spooky game, Halloween by Wizard. It came out in 1983 for the Atari 2600. And you got to run from Michael Myers in that game or he'll kill you. And he'll kill the little kids too. But if he kills the little kids, you don't lose a life. So don't worry so much about that. Now this is another game that's pretty expensive now because it's hard to come by. Why? Because, well, people kind of blackballed it back in the day, so they didn't sell very many copies. And actually, Wizard went bankrupt after making this in Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So let's get to the gameplay, shall we? Alright, here we go. Halloween. For your Atari by Wizard, 1988. Laurie Strode. We gotta save that little bastard. Grab his hand. Get him to the end room. We lost him. Somehow we lost the little bastard. kids, so we saved them. Come on, go out the room. Go downstairs. And let's go. Ah! We got away. Go, Lori. Go, Lori. You're so beautiful. Three pumpkins represent your life. Jack-o'-lantern. There's a knife you can stab Michael with. Pick it up. Stab him. Ready? And he runs away. He won't die, but he'll run away. There's another kid. Grab his hand. We lost him. Get him to the under. Careful. Take him to the other end. We can do this. Oh, come on. We're so close. Oh, we are here. Oh, it doesn't count. We get him to the other end? Well, damn. Oh, Michael, leave us alone. Okay, we got away. Now, if he kills the kid, no big deal. Won't take away your life. If he kills you, obviously you lose a life. Kid's loving you too much. He's blowing you. We did it. We ran away from him. Let's get to the under him. We can do it. Ah ha ha. We really just lucked out. Ah. Come on, we're almost there. We are there. We didn't get no points. Oh, we gotta drop him off. A derp. My bad. It's been a while, right? That's what she said. Got the blankie room. Come here, kid. Come here, kid. There he is. Ah! Points. Run away. Get another kid, Strode. There's one. He's gonna kill him. Over here. Oh, he was heading straight for that kid, wasn't he? Revert. Let's save some more kids. Me. There's one. Come here, Mickey Mouse. The way he swings that butcher knife. Is this the end? Yep. More points. Up away, up away. Get in the door, you stupid. Strode. Chode. I hate this room. Now, you can see it can be kind of tough there, but you get your kids off to the side and save them, and you're good to go. A little gory if Michael does kill you there. Lori Strudel there gets the blood coming out all over like a Thanksgiving turkey, and she's done for. A little strange for Michael Myers. You know, it's not often you see a Canadian turn into a serial killer like that, or a comedian, or a Canadian comedian like that. It's nice seeing Laurie Strudel in her younger years like that, like when she stripped for Arnold Schwarzenegger in that one movie. We don't want to see the older one that has trouble pooping in the activity commercials. No, you know, that one that looks like Johnny Knoxville. That's the older Laurie Strudel. We like the young one. That's Halloween for your Atari 2600, and happy Halloween to you. Back at it, guys. Love you too much. Play it, it's fun.
You lost your head, Poe.
That last one was a little bullcrap because he did pull out the knife and try to stab him there. But if you stab him, you don't kill him. He just kind of runs away. But
yeah,
pretty cool game.
Yeah, I got to play that. That was yeah, I got to try that game. I didn't know you were supposed to drop them off. I'm like, okay, I'm supposed to get them out of the house. I couldn't figure it out, so like we both died. Yeah.
Yeah, if the kids die, it's like no points against you. You don't lose a life. You just keep going. So
yeah,
not too bad there. I'm going to have a regular video of my own out on it later this week after my Sweet Home video. So
nice.
Well, you put up the Jamie Lee Curtis picture from True Lies. Hollywood Photo got the movie. Well, you didn't. Old Poe did, but you can take the credit. So now I got to tell my True Lies story. Guy lived across the street from me in Arizona. He was back in the 90s. He worked for a company that made night vision goggles, and he was approached by this guy and said, "Hey, they're making a movie, and we need to have a swim mask with a 3D or with a night vision attachment." And he says, "We don't make those." No, and they said, "Yeah, nobody does, but we need one." So he designed that mask in the beginning of the movie when Schwarzenegger goes underneath and comes up. He designed that mask.
Oh, that's cool.
Himself, and then they gave him one of those Omega Sector hats. That's what him and Tom Arnold worked for the Omega Sector.
Oh, that's cool.
And the dude across the street from me, he gave me the hat. He's like, "You're a big movie fan and stuff. You can hang this in your theater," because I had a movie theater in my house at the time. And he gave me the hat from the movie crew. Gave him one of those hats.
That's pretty awesome.
Pretty badass.
Cool.
I am ashamed to admit it. I don't, with the moves that I've done since then, I'm sure it's in a box somewhere. But when we go from a full-size house to living in an RV to now living in a tiny house, we don't have room for everything. I don't know where that hat is. Otherwise, it'd be in the wall somewhere in here. But yeah, he actually built that mask that Schwarzenegger wears in that scene.
Oh, nice.
So, that's awesome.
Pretty cool. I mean, it's not Jamie Lee Curtis in her underpants doing a dance cool, but it's still pretty cool. But yeah, of course, most guys remember her scene in Trading Places with Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd when she's food isn't the only thing that costs money here, or whatever she says, or rent. I don't know. that was a quality scene from Miss Curtis. But yeah, anyway, so that's cool. That's a pretty neat little game there, Poe.
Yeah, that's a fun one.
Yeah. And
although after a little bit of that music going over and over every time it comes on the screen, you're ready to mute it. But
right, yeah, it was a little loud, but yeah, and all I could think of is, like you said, with old Poe, he was a little quiet when you were doing the gameplay. It's like, yeah, that's like the video I'll shoot tomorrow because I always forget to fix my microphone after the live show, and then I do a whole video where you can't hear me at all, which sometimes might be better because I just ramble in my videos. But yeah, that's pretty neat. I don't have hardly any experience with the Atari 2600. So, like, all of these games that you're showing that you showcase, it's like new to me. It's like, oh wow, I've seen the big ones and played some of the pop. My next door neighbor had an Atari 2600, so whatever he had, that's the only experience I've ever had with Atari 2600. I never had one myself, so I didn't buy my own system or have a system at the house until I bought my television. So, but. That was a lot of newspapers chucked at people's driveways to buy that television. Let me tell you. But yeah, that's really neat.
Yeah, they're expensive now. If you want a real copy of that, I mean, you're talking thousands of dollars. If you want a repro of it, you're talking hundreds of dollars. So better off just downloading the ROM and playing it on your computer or something.
Yeah. Yeah. That's cool. Let's see. I have to lean forward. I can't read the chat without my glasses.
Oh.
It's fine when it's something small, but Chaos put a paragraph up here. I guess I could put it on the screen. Maybe then I could read it. G.I. Joe collection. Oh, are you talking about? I don't even know. Are you talking about toys up there?
Looks like it.
Adventure. There we go. Her father had an entire Atari collection, everything. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's cool. All right.
Yeah, I plan on, once the holiday season is over here, Halloween, I'm going to be doing Astro Smash and Astro Blast and the new Astro Smash all in one video. But I was thinking of this, and then the Atari creep already did it. So he did it, and I told him in the comments, man, I was going to do the same thing, but I wanted to get my Halloween stuff out. So, I mean, if you don't want to wait for mine, which I say I'm going to do it soon, that means 12 years from now, go check out the Atari creep, because he already did it this past week here. So
you'll have it out the month after you do your Popeye finale.
Right. And that Popeye, that Texas Instrument, I haven't even picked up that computer from my buddy yet. He got that thing like 3 weeks ago, I think, for me, and I think it's just sitting at his house waiting for me. So.
Oh. Yeah, better pick that up.
Nice. All right. So, Mike, what do you got? You got something lined up for tonight's show, right?
Yeah, I got the tour of the Portland Retro Game Expo that I went on Friday the 13th.
Nice.
So I wish I would have known this. I was wanting to go Friday so I didn't have to deal with a lot of people there. But it's actually better to go do the 3-day, or better yet, just do Friday than Saturday, because Saturday's when the vendors open. So I didn't get any video on the vendors. I'm glad though, because otherwise I would have been like really broke. So I'm actually saving up for next year to go there for the 3-day. So, but it was kind of cool. I like the badges that they were giving. They had remember the NES Friday the 13th. So they had Jason's little thing on there with the purple mask. And that's what everybody got if they got the VIP or the 3-day pass or whatnot.
Nice.
But yeah, that was actually pretty cool. My wife wanted to go. I was surprised because she's not really into gaming. I mean, she does like some games, but not a lot. But she went, and of course, I brought my son with me. He wanted to go. And then, yeah, we were going. It was kind of funny. We were going to go into where the vendors were, and there was a guy blocking us. Is like, oh, no, that's Saturday. Like, what? Like, this is like the perfect time. There wasn't a lot of people or whatnot. So, yeah, the tour is just basically on the other end where they had like the arcade machines, the pinball, and that's what I'm going to be showing you. And I get to play a few of the games over there too as well.
Nice. I do got to say though, Mike, you just got to treat these things. See, I'm a professional because I've never been to any of them, but you just got to treat these things like you're going to Vegas, and you got to take out the amount of cash and you put that in your pocket and you leave your wallet in the car when you go in, so you don't spend any more than you can afford to spend. Or when I go to Vegas, it's however much I can afford to lose, because I gamble it away till it's gone. But you just gotta pre-plan this stuff, because I could imagine going to one of those conventions and having your credit card in your pocket could be dangerous.
Yeah, Also, I had since I couldn't go to the Saturday one, I had my friend Zach. I said, "Hey, can you go look for Elvira that Poe had for the NES, the Monster Bash one?" And he went over to John Riggs's table and asked him about it. It's like, "Oh yeah, I don't have any more of those." And then, of course, when me and Poe were talking about it, he said he probably bought the last copy, which he did. And it makes sense if he was like traveling, he didn't have time to make another one of those games. So yeah, I was just like, "Oh, I didn't get that." But I have another person that could make it for me, so I'm going to just reach out to them to see if they can make
Nice.
Did he tell your buddy? Did he tell your buddy? Well, I had some, but some big doofus in Pittsburgh bought my last one. I was saving it specifically for Mike Seeby, and that guy in Pittsburgh said, "Fuck that guy."
I slipped him some extra money and said, "Don't make any more of these." The last one.
Not till after you leave Portland. Yeah. But that's funny stuff. That sucks though that you weren't able to get one. But he ran out and you bought the last one in Pittsburgh, right? So
yeah, I figured it's the last one on the table, but he had bins behind him. I thought, okay, I buy this. He turns around and puts another 5 of them on the table. That's what I figured.
Yeah. That's funny. All right. So are we good? You want to play the video?
Sure.
All right. Here we go.
Aloha, Mike the Gaming Road Warrior here, and today we are at the Portland Retro Gaming Convention. And we're going to give you a tour. We've been here for a bit now. We got to see the Tetris tournament, which was pretty awesome. And also we're going to take a tour of the arcades, and they also have pinball machines here. So let's take a look around. Oh, and also another thing too, later tonight, Rex Viper is going to be performing here. Those of you who don't know who that band is, it's Angry Video Game Nerds band. I got to see one of the band members and get a picture with him. So let's take a tour of this place. We have the Angry Video Game Nerd booth here, which I bought his Nintendo Switch game and Blu-ray movie. I wanted to pick up a AVGN t-shirt, but they only had his Rex Viper shirt. Wild Bill's Old Fashioned Soda Pop Company is absolutely fantastic. I bought their green mug with the Portland Retro Game Expo logo. If you ever see this at your convention, be sure to buy the mug, which grants you a refillable drink. I like the Diet Root Beer, but my favorite was the Vanilla Cream Soda. Also, this business is owned by a veteran, plus they will give you a discount if you are a vet. There is some merch for the Tetris tournament, which my wife enjoyed watching with my son. Both my wife and kid are Tetris fans. Yes, I got a picture with a cosplayer dressed as Jason Voorhees. I saw a lady dressed up as a camp counselor also. This is where the consoles were at for you to play. I played for the first time on a Nintendo Wii U with the Super Mario 3D here, and some pinball horror game on the TurboGrafx 16 here as well. Oh, I almost forgot about the Zaxxon that I got to play on the ColecoVision, I think. Excuse me. Over here, some more people were in a competition for Tetris on the NES. My son wants to enter next time. Okay, here are the wonderful arcade machines. I'll let you guys hear the sweet symphony of the gameplay. They had a plethora of games here. When we got here at noon, it wasn't as congested, and I could pretty much play any game I wanted to, which I wish I taped my gameplay from Mortal Kombat. I couldn't believe I still knew how to play that game. This sucked. Somebody dumped a lot of credits on the second person's joystick. I had to move both joysticks in order to play this game. Here we go, let's play some Pac-Man, the fast version, which I love playing. So Pac-Man was my first arcade game that I ever played. If memory serves, we moved from Hawaii here to mainland Washington State in 1981. My father introduced me to an arcade at the age of 5, I think, plus Rocky Road ice cream. He saw nobody was on the Pac-Man machine, so he let me play it. I wasn't tall enough to see the monitor, so he actually held me up until an employee gave me a stepping stool. I love that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade cab. That's something I wish I could fit in my arcade room. Yeah, they got quite a bit of games here. I was actually pretty shocked, and especially that Return of the Jedi, that looked pretty cool. But here we come to the pinball machines. Yes, Super Mario. Sorry guys, my son's more interested in the arcade machines. Cool, Dragon's Lair. Oh man, I wanted to play some Kung Fu Master. But I was trying to see if there was an open pinball machine. Look at the sweet Phantom of the Opera pinball machine. I only played this on my PS5 for the Stern collection that I owned. It was pretty sweet playing the actual pinball cabinet. I wouldn't mind having this in my arcade room as well. This was disappointing that Playboy didn't work. This was one of those tables that I always wanted to play. I kept coming back to see if Gilligan's Island wasn't being played, but yep, it was popular. I should have played it when I got in, since there wasn't a lot of people playing the machines. Gonna make one more sweep through here to see if there's an open pinball machine. Hopefully, it's something I played on the Switch but now can play here. Well, speak of the devil, it's Getaway. Joust is another favorite of mine when I was younger. It's good to play this game again. I want to thank my wife for filming this portion, which was my son earlier.
At the expo. So please bang your hands together if you're not busy and make a little noise.
Here's some classic Pong with my son Jaden. The top part for me wasn't really working. I could kind of move my bottom one though. We are back in the consoles in which I want to play Zaxxon for ColecoVision. Or is it in television? Alright, thanks for watching folks, and remember, gaming is your road to adventure. Take care.
Nice.
Good stuff.
ColecoVision Zaxxon, the best at the time.
Is it
right?
ColecoVision? I didn't get time
Yeah,
to
because
check. We had to leave.
yeah, and then Coleco made it for other systems at the time. So,
Nice. Yeah. Man, they had a lot of good stuff there. A lot of good games.
that guy that did the voiceover for was it NBA Jam? He got his start in video game voiceovers doing Skipper for the Gilligan's Island pinball tape.
Oh,
Really?
no way.
Yeah, he did a Q&A at the Pittsburgh Gaming Expo, and it was all by chance. He was a musician, needed money, and somebody said, can you do the Skipper's voice for pinball? And then he ended up doing the Elvira table call-outs and stuff, and then NBA Jam. So during the Pittsburgh Gaming Expo, when people were playing the Elvira table, he would sneak up behind them with a megaphone and start doing the call-outs and NBA Jam and stuff like that. So, yeah, it was pretty cool.
Nice. Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah. My little buddy in the background. Yeah, my cat tends to knock it down when she's up there. So I gotta keep putting it back.
Yeah, that was an awesome bunch of arcades. You guys had way more than we had at Pittsburgh Gaming
Oh, really?
Expo, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and then also I know like when we got there, it wasn't packed, so you could play pretty much any arcade machine there. There was only a few people, and I got to play like a lot of games, and the one I wish I would have taped was Tron. That was there.
Oh, yeah.
I was so happy because you know the what's that with the motorcycles or the light cycles?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never beaten that level before. I remember I always lost to it when I was a kid, and then I said, I'm going to beat it this time. So I had my son watch me. He's like, no, Dad, this is hard. So I got to play it, and then I actually beat the game.
Nice.
Yeah, because I didn't realize you hold the trigger on the joystick and it'll make it go faster. So that's what I was just doing. And I was able to trap the AI car in there. And I was like, yes, I finally beat it. And the guy playing Missile Command next to me, he's like, dude, that's not really hard. I said, yeah, it was when I was a kid. So I haven't played this in a long time. And he was just laughing. He's like, oh, okay, I understand.
Yeah.
I saw they had a tapper there next to the joust, too.
Yeah, I noticed that
It was
also.
broke. It was broke.
Oh, no.
Someone broke it, yeah. So I couldn't move up or down on it. I'm like, oh, that's crap. And then the guy, so when I got to play the Missile Command, it wasn't working anymore either. And then my son's like, oh, this is emulated. So it's not an actual board that they were using. So they were using an emulation. So it wasn't working anymore. It was just kind of froze. I'm like, I want to play some Missile Command too.
Oh, that stinks.
Yeah.
All right, Derek, share your Tron clip. Share your Tron clip.
Are you going to be putting out a longer version on your channel?
No, that's probably about it because wasn't much going on. So the 10 minutes is actually good. Otherwise, there's just like a lot of nothing going on. Just
that's the problem.
Yeah.
Like you end up getting caught up at those expos doing all the filming, and then you won't get to enjoy anything yourself. That's the problem I have with those too. It's like I watched Mike's gaming gala. He was there all 3 days. He was part of the television booth, so he went Friday morning when no one was there and filmed that whole area too. But a lot of the stuff wasn't turned on. But he filmed like every single machine there, and there was a ton of stuff. Yeah, just a ton of stuff there.
Nice. cool. Yeah, one of these times I got to go to one of those things. They just don't. They don't have many of them out here in Van Horn, Texas.
It's probably like
Yeah.
in Dallas, right?
Yeah,
where they would
what's
have
the
that?
one? The Game Chasers have one down there somewhere, right?
Oh yeah, you're over there by them. Yeah, they probably
Yeah.
go to that all the time.
Where's that at? Where do they do theirs?
I can't remember which one they do down there.
Because
Yeah, they put
it's
one
like
on.
it's like an 8-hour drive for us to get to Dallas. Yeah.
Well, Mike's Gaming Gala told me to go to that one out by Mike there. And he said next one he's going to is in 2025. He said, well, let's go. We'll go out there and Retro Bliss. And I'm thinking, yeah, it sounds good on paper. Convincing the wife to let me fly across country to go to this thing. I mean, it would be awesome to come out there and meet the Game and Road Warrior and see all that stuff. But yeah, I barely lasted 3 hours at the one that's a couple towns over from me. I don't know how I'm going to last across country.
Yeah. Yeah, everything's a long way from here. But
and the stuff I watched him buy, holy man, he lives in Toronto, and he took so much stuff home in his carry-on that he had somebody else here in the States. He bought a Famicom and a disk system and the typewriter, the keyboard for the Famicom.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody here in the States has that at their house right now for him. That's going to mail it to him. He bought so much stuff. He blew a ton of money there. I'm like,
wow.
I'd be in big trouble if I went to that.
Wow. It'd be sweet though, but yeah.
Yeah. But that was an awesome video. It was great seeing all those machines lit up like that, and you and your family having a good time like that. That's what it's all about.
Oh yeah. Had
Yeah.
so much fun at the arcade machines. I'm like, oh, yeah, it was actually pretty amazing seeing what was cool. A lot of the machines came from I'm trying to think of that arcade place. It's up in Portland, and me and my family go to it. So they're actually real arcade machines.
Oh,
And then
nice.
there's some other people that brought their own over there, just kind of, and of course they had like emulation on theirs. But still, that was pretty cool that they brought. But most of it was brought from, I think, the Portland arcade place. I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but I noticed they had a sign there on one of their machines. I'm like, oh, they're the ones that supplied a lot of these arcade machines. And then the pinball, that was from them too.
Oh, nice.
So the good thing is, once the convention's done, they'll go up. If something's broke, they can fix it since they have their own shop.
I think that's the way it was this year for us. Was the pinball was all supplied from a certain place, so they brought duplicates of each machine this time.
Yeah,
and they had certain ones that were set aside for the tournament, and then ones for everybody else to play as well. And then I think the cabinets were just whoever brought them, because if one broke down, you'd see the actual owner of that machine over there on the floor with tools, laying there fixing it. Legs hanging out, people stomping on the guy, and.
Yeah, I was really bummed. Somebody broke the Playboy pinball. It was I don't know if they broke it or not. Maybe it was stuck on the upper left-hand portion, so it was just bouncing back and forth on it. And I tried, I didn't want to like bang it or anything. I was, kind of shaking it to see if I can get it out of its little rut, and I couldn't do it. So it's like, and then there's like another person over there, and they were disappointed, and yeah,
that stinks.
And I think like some of the like the ding ding tables, I went kind of looking around there. I'm like, oh, they're not working either. So yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know if people are kind of rough. I seen somebody when I was playing that Phantom of the Opera. So 2 tables down from me, I think it was. Forgot what the table looked like, a Mickey Mouse table, but they were kind of rough with it. Like if the ball was going to go in the end, they were like really shaking the table hard or like kind of banging it with their hand to kind of move it. And then someone finally told them, it's like, hey, one of the people that wanders around making sure people are being nice to the arcades and the pinballs. Right. He's like, that's somebody's pinball machine that you're kind of smacking around. He's like, you either knock that. He said, you either knock it off, or we're going to have to ask you to leave. Right. And the guy's like, oh, yeah, I'm sorry. But, yeah, I don't know why common sense. It should be common sense not to do that to somebody's machine.
Not to
Yeah, you're
trust
messing
people.
with somebody's 40-year-old machine, and you're just going to beat the tar out of it. And it's not right.
I mean, it's not like going back in the day, right? At the actual arcade. Yeah, you can't treat those things like that anymore. I mean, technicians, they're not like relevant how they were before. I mean, a lot of people have to work on their own stuff, and that's just a pain to do it. Yeah.
Yeah. So you mentioned ding ding tables. So they had a Rambo machine. Oh, wait.
Great. The Cactus Jack one. I think I seen a Cactus Jack one over there. But someone was playing that machine and stuff, and when I was like telling my son, "Hey, shoot these," and he saw the what was it, the Dragon Slayer, so he was like looking at the arcade machines on the other side, and he was it's like tape the old stuff, but yeah, it's okay. That's why I say he seemed more interested in the arcade machines.
At least he was holding the camera the right way. So
yeah, he was.
Derek's was it a 6-player arcade? Was there an X-Men 6-player or something?
Yes, there was an X-Men there, fully working one over there. I was actually shocked. I'm like, wow, but I knew where it came from. Like I said, it's like from that Portland arcade place. They brought that sucker down, and that always was full. I remember I wanted to go play it, and I kind of walked by and like, there's someone there. Same with Gilligan's Island. I wanted to try that game, but Gilligan's Island and also X-Men, they were always packed. And Mortal Kombat 2, of course. But I got to play the original that, someone finally left and I got to go in and play.
Nice. That's cool. That is cool. All right.
Oh, are you guys familiar with the was it Toxic Avenger guy, the director? I think he is. That's over there, Lloyd Kaufman. I think that's what his name was.
Yeah, I think did Keith mention that in the chat?
Yeah, so I got to see him over there and get a picture. Really nice guy. And then he even said, "Hey," he pointed to my son because he was the one that took the picture. He's like, "You want a picture?" And my son's like, "Yeah, sure." So we got a photo with them as well. And I didn't realize Retro man Randy Savage was talking to me about. It's like he used to go, "Mike, did you ever watch the cartoon?" I go, "No." So I actually, when I was at work, I started watching it, and then it's like, oh, that because I didn't know who the lady was, and that's the supposedly girlfriend of Toxic Avenger on there. So it's like, oh wow, that's her.
Was that the Toxic Crusaders?
The Toxic Crusaders, yeah, because he was mentioning the game, and then he's like, "There's a cartoon of it." He's like, "You got to watch it." Kind of,
totally unbelievable, right? When we were younger, my buddies would try to rent the weirdest or grossest B-type movies there were, and we got the Toxic Avenger, and I remember watching that, and it was just so gross and outrageous, right? And then a few years later, they make a cartoon of the thing. Same with RoboCop. And we're like, what? Only in the 80s, could you do something like that?
Well, they even did that with Rambo, remember? They had a cartoon for him, too. Yeah.
Right, yep.
That's funny. That's funny stuff right there. Yeah. But, all right. So, what else is going on? Anything else we need to do? Was there anything else we were supposed to talk about that we didn't get to? Or do we just want to roll into final thoughts? I don't have anything else that I really had.
Watched you play Walkabout, and that looked really cool, so I immediately went on my Meta app and bought that, and I think I missed another course from before that. They had some kind of special going, and since I had a lot of the other stuff on there, I got a cheaper price for the two that I was missing. So I got the new one. Not saying that I'll play anytime soon. I think VR headset's been sitting there gathering dust for a while, but it's there when I'm ready to play. Maybe that'll be this week. I have some doctor's appointments. Maybe one day I can get on there and play something with you guys. So that would be nice.
That Widow's Walkabout is what.
Yeah, that looked really cool, and I started watching it. I don't think I got to finish it, but I was watching you and Kelly play, and it impressed me. So before I went to bed that night, I hurried up and went on and bought the thing. So
like we always say, it looks cool on YouTube, but it doesn't do it justice when you're inside there, and it's just awesome. And perfect timing. They released that kind of a haunted house theme. If anyone didn't see my video, don't know what we're talking about. It's kind of a Halloween theme, haunted house themed, walkabout mini golf in VR. Perfect timing, right at Halloween. Zen, Pinball M, right around Halloween. Hint, hint, would be a good time to release things. But yeah, it's really neat. I'm looking forward to playing the hard course, which is in black and white. And some people on Discord, like, no surprise, anything that happens, there's going to be haters. Some people are like, "Oh, you ruined it by doing black and white," and other people are like, "Dude, that is so cool in black and white. It gives that."
I like the black and white.
Yeah, it gives an old psycho feel, kind of thing instead of. And I think it's awesome. And Kelly, we just at the very end of my video, if you didn't watch the video or if you watched part of it and didn't want to have spoilers, you can go to the very end. And I just started it up so you can see from the outside the house in black and white. It's really neat. But the course itself, we did peek in at some of the holes, and holy crap, they look hard. But it's a really neat course. And I'm like you, Poe. I think I had 2 other courses that I missed. So I did the package that. It's like the whole
hole in one or something like
that. And it basically you're buying every DLC course.
Yeah.
And it takes out the ones you've already purchased.
Yeah, they'll make up for whatever you already have. So
yeah. So
and also this week is Ghostbusters. I think towards the end of the week, I know will be coming out for Quest, probably for the PlayStation VR 2 this week too. So
yeah.
And that's a 3-player online game.
Yeah, still can't figure that out. Why make it 3-player?
Yeah,
pretty sure there were 4 Ghostbusters, and but yeah, Derek. Maybe we will record it. It took me 2 recordings to do that one. Kelly was having an issue, and I was trying to turn on we have an IR light mounted in our house so that if I want to play, if there's not enough lighting, or if I want to get up in the morning while Kelly's still sleeping and playing VR, I can turn that on and it doesn't light up the room, but you can still play. And I was trying to turn that on, and then I bumped the power button, and it put the headset to sleep. Oh. And when I brought it back up, it stopped recording, and I didn't realize it. So that was after hole 3. We played the whole 18 holes, and then I look at the video. I'm like, actually, when I went to stop it, I'm like, it's not recording. What the heck? Yeah, the video, the first 3 holes, it's all of our oohing and on, and this is so cool because it's new to us, and the rest of it was kind of a replay through, but you still notice things every time you play those things, When you're playing in VR and everything's in 3D, half the stuff that's there you miss because you're looking over here, and but
we'll all have to get together and not invite Derek and play that sometime.
Yeah, I think that's what we should do. We'll let him know like right after we finish, and we'll say, I don't know what happened. I sent that invite before we started, Derek. Why'd you blow us off? But yeah, we should play that. Maybe we should see if, like you said, when you have this week off, and when Greg gets done with his porcelain pony rides, we can maybe we can shoot a little bit of spooky mini golf for next week's show, because I think that'll be the show that's the closest to actual Halloween.
Yeah, that will be cool. Nice. Yeah, and Burger King, I'll be heading there this week, and I'm going to get me Ghost Pepper Burger. Mike, those are out now. You checked it, and I think when you checked it, it was before they officially came out, so they are out now.
Okay. Oh, nice.
And my son volunteered to go to my neurologist appointment Tuesday, and I found out why. That's my doctor's office that's closest to Burger King. So he's going along, and he said, maybe we can stop at Burger King, Dad, on the way home.
Nice.
So
I love those ghost pepper burgers. Those are good.
Yeah, they're delicious. And they have the ghost pepper chicken fries are new this year there. So
try that too.
Excellent. But all right, sounds good.
But that's it. After we get off here, I'm going to try to upload my my Sweet Home Halloween video. And spoiler alert, I named each character after us, even though I suck at the game. And I didn't get any of you killed. So there's a Bart, there's a Mike in here, and there's a G.Parker and a Poe. And then I had to name a last person, so I named them Derek.
Oh.
And I think it was the girl. And I had a few drinks. I might have misspelled Derek, too. I don't remember.
Right? Do we get to vote on who dies first? Derek catches so much flack on this channel. Yeah. That's funny.
You meant oh girl, right, Derek? You meant, oh, you're a girl character in that game.
That's funny. Oh, all right. Anything else you need to add, Mike?
Oh, sure. I saw Derek mention that VR seventh guest. That looks cool.
Yes. Yes.
Gotta play that. I gotta actually play the original. I have the 11th Hour, which is the sequel to that game.
Yeah.
But I probably should play the original. Then I would like to try that VR one. So that's my plan to play.
Yeah, I saw that. So I was looking for Ghostbusters the other day on there and saw that seventh guest. So I had to sit and watch that trailer, and that looks really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw some early trailers for it about a month ago, and it's like, man, because I bought that brand new when it came out and just was amazed. You know, back then, the technology and mixing live actors with CG stuff and all that, and CD-ROM game, and it's like, oh my gosh. So, yeah, it's that was a fun game. I spent a lot of time on it.
Nice.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, the original 7th and 11th, yeah, they were neat. So I'm sure I'll probably get that thing eventually, the 7th gift for VR. And of course, you know, people are talking now because the Quest 3 is out. So people are talking about that a lot. So that's the big Quest news lately is the 3. But I've heard mixed reviews. I've heard people say that it just blows everything away. It looks so amazing. And I've heard other people that are like, I'm sticking with. I wish I would have just stuck with my Quest 2 for the $500-600 I spent on the Quest 3. So I don't know. I'm going to be playing golf again with the boys this evening when we finish here. And right before I came out here, I saw a guy. He had Golf Plus, and he said he's going to show the Quest 2, and then he's going to cut to play the same hole on the Quest 3. And while he's playing the Quest 2, he's like, yeah, after playing on that Quest 3 for a while, I can really see the difference on this Quest 2. It really looks kind of blurry, and it's not nearly as good. And he plays that hole, and then he fired up the Quest 3, and he goes, this looks exactly the same. There is zero difference between the two. But I don't know that Golf Plus has been optimized for the Quest 3. I don't want to shortchange it. I just thought it was hilarious because he was really hyping it up. But I did notice on Golf Plus, for anyone that plays Golf Plus on the Quest, they did a new graphical update, and when I popped into it to check it out, I think some of the things look worse. The trees look blurry.
Oh.
They had a shimmer to them that I didn't notice before. But yeah, it I don't know. It was just funny how he was like, "Yeah, it's so much better." That he switches. Like, it looks exactly the same as the did. So yeah, Derek. Yeah, the AR part looks cool with the color pass through. So you can. I saw some people that were playing that 11 ping pong, and they got the ping pong table in their house, and it looks, really good with the color. But I've heard some other people also say even that doesn't look as good as you might think. You're expecting it to look a little better. But I don't know. I'll get a Quest 3 when they're cheap. I'll probably wait a couple years on the Quest 3. But
right.
I can't. We have 2 of the Quest 2s already, and I'll wait. I'm fine with it. I don't play it as much as they used to anyway. So
at least they're still making it so that, hey, you can play your older games. You know, if you got the Quest 3, you can play your Quest 2 games. It's not like what Sony did. It's like, okay, here's your PSVR 2. Sorry, you can't play the VR 1 games on it. You're screwed if you have a library of that. Keep your headset up, you know.
Yeah, they're pretty good about that. And I saw someone was talking about, you know, oh man, I'm worried about they're going to phase out the Quest 2. It's like they just now phased out the Quest 1.
Right.
So it's not like next week they're going to be like, okay, Quest 3 is out, Quest 2 is discontinued. So I think we still have a few years of, you know, at least a couple of years where they're going to still be releasing games on both platforms. And then, like you said, when you do finally upgrade, it's all compatible. So,
and as long as you can still play it online, the most fun I've ever had with it is playing games with you guys. We still have our library games that we played together. They're not going anywhere as far as I know. So, I mean, we can still play those games together. So.
Yeah, and by far, that is, to me, the huge draw is playing multiplayer.
Right.
Most of the single-player games I play a couple times, and then I go back. But, boy, someone's like, hey, let's go shoot some zombies, or let's shoot some putt-putt, or all right, let's go do it. It's a lot more fun playing multiplayer. So, but anyway, so yeah, we even snuck in some VR talk there at the end.
Nice.
Anything else? Anything else we need to say? We're at an hour and 25 minutes. I only got a couple minutes, and I got to get going because I got to golf. So.
I'll just mention something real quick then. For my next video, I'm going to be doing Maniac Mansion.
Oh, so I love that game.
Yep, that's going to be the next one because I know I said the hamster, and that's what I was talking about. Weird Ed's hamster.
Nice. And I just wanted to make an announcement. My next video is going to be Maniac Mansion. So
that is a great idea, Poe. How do you come up with these ideas? It's like
mine will be out like in 10 minutes. I didn't say it's going to be quality.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. I look forward to it.
Mine's Elvira's Maniac Mansion. John Riggs gave it.
The tentacle edition, right?
Day of the Testicle.
Oh, all right. So, was there more you were saying about that, Mike? Or
nope. That's good. Yeah, I'm good.
Before you were so rudely interrupted again.
Poe jumped on it. Poe, did you have anything to add to to Mike's segment?
I think that's it. I'll remember something tonight when I'm in bed, and then I'll jump on live and let you guys know.
Yeah, you can edit it in later to the replay. Yeah. All right. So,
did you guys get Haunted House yet? For the Switch?
Not yet.
We did. Kelly's been playing it. I didn't know. Now, when you were playing, I didn't hear as many cuss words, and it sounded like it was in the voice of a 5'0" girl.
It's a tough game.
I'm pretty sure I heard at least at one point that fucking Poe didn't warn me about this. Yeah, she was. Yeah, actually, while we were watching you play, we were watching your video, and about 12 and a half seconds after I stopped the video, Kelly was playing it already. She was downloading it while we were watching you, and she jumped right up.
She's stuck.
Yeah.
I need to get back to it then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched somebody else play it in the live stream. I was chatting with them, and it looked like it got really hard, really quick. So.
Yeah. Kelly was getting frustrated. So it's one of those. Yeah. That's fun too. And of course, and then she says, "Man, I gotta finish Dredge," and You know,
same.
some of these games that
Yep.
take a long time to go through them, you know, and then you start playing something else and you forget that, dang, I was 72% through this game. What the heck happened?
Right.
And then by the time you get back to it, you forget how to play it.
How to play it. Yeah, that's my
Yep.
problem.
Yeah. She's trying to get a key, I guess. I don't know. I wasn't watching her play. I was just ducking from the language that was coming my way. But all right, yeah, sounds good. So I guess we're gonna call it here.
Yeah.
Call it a show. All right, thanks for watching, everyone. I don't really have any final thoughts. We just rambled about my stuff. So I'm gonna do Greg, and I'm gonna look for an outro, and I'll probably play the wrong thing. I don't know. He's got a couple different outros here. Where's the one that makes the most fun of Derek? That's the one. I can play. I'll accidentally play an intro instead of an outro, and people think it's just getting started. Then we'll have like 40 minutes of dead air afterwards and see who stays the longest. All right. Yeah. So that's it. Thanks for watching. I found a 12-second outro, so don't blink or you'll miss it. And we'll catch you guys next week. Greg should be back for that. Jump in the tournament, and we'll see you all later.